Hi everyone, this is Michael Ware at notationtemplates.com. When I was exhibiting my Dorico templates at the Alleluia conference this year, I had several people ask me about handbells, and I have created a handbell template, and I'd like to show you its features and how it works right now. My handbell template is formatted on 8.5 by 11 size paper, and it uses Times New Roman as the text font and Finale Maestro as the music font, although you can change those to whatever you would like them to be. One thing that's unique about handbells is all the playing techniques that are used, and if you go to the right and click on playing techniques and then pitched percussion, I have added handbell playing techniques like thumb damp, mallet, shake, mart lift, LV, all the things that you would expect to be there. So just know those are there and you can use them as you're creating your arrangement. Another thing that's unique about handbell notation is the bells used chart that's at the top of the score. And full disclosure, this template does not automatically generate your bells used chart. I wish it could, but that's just not possible in Dorico. The template does use the flows feature of Dorico for the bells used chart. And this is a little bit more advanced in as far as what you have to do to create it, but I'll walk you through the process of how to create a bells used chart using my template. So here is a piece of music that I have written for handbells, an arrangement of "'Tis So Sweet to Trust in Jesus," and I'll show you how to create the bells used chart. I have already counted up my bells. You still have to do that. I know it's not a fun thing, but you need to count how many bells would be used in a 3-octave version, a 4, and a 5 if you're writing a flexible piece for 3 to 5 octave choir. So I've done that, and I'm ready to start my chart. In the bass clef staff, I would need to display 14 notes here. There are 14 bells that are used that would be displayed on the bass clef. I would start with the bass clef and then do treble clef. So the first thing I'm going to do is to change the meter from 4/4 to 14/4. Since I need to show 14 notes, this will help the spacing to be correct. So Shift M for meter and type 14/4. This will be unique to your piece and however many notes you need to display in your bells used chart. I'd like to hide that time signature, so while we're still in write mode, you can come down to the bottom and toggle this hide time signature. Now I'll enter my notes in the bass staff, starting with this C3. Again, this will be unique to your arrangement. C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, B natural, C. In my arrangement, it's actually B flat, not an A natural, so option equals, it has a plus sign on it, so you move that note up. So 14 bells there. I'll select the entire measure and now go to engrave mode, and under notes and rests, I'll toggle hide stems. So that looks pretty much like we want that to be for the bass clef. Now for the treble clef. This is where it gets interesting, a little bit more advanced, but I think you can do it. So I actually have 28 more bells that are used, but some of them are doubled at the octave. Like when I get up to this D, I will actually show those doubled at the octave instead of single notes. So I need 21 slots, so to speak, for notes in the treble clef staff. I'm going to do this by creating a tuplet. Let me show you what I mean. I'll start note entry on the treble staff, and I'm going to come over here to this tuplets button, and I'm going to go to the one where you can define your own. And again, 21 slots for notes, 21 in the space of 14, since it's 14/4. Again, this will be unique to your piece. And now I'll start entering my notes. I start with the D flat, D, E, F, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, C, D flat. Here's where I'll start doubling. At D natural, D, there's a lower E flat, doubled E and F, a lower F sharp, a doubled G, a lower A flat, then A, B flat, no B natural this time, and C. I need to change some of my enharmonics. So just like I did before, Option plus in this case to change those two C sharps to D flats. This is set up where like I have a B flat there and then a B natural where it's not going to put the natural sign on the B natural. That's kind of the convention for these charts. So just know that's the way it works. Now we need to hide some things. If I click on this bracket, I'm still in write mode. I can come down here and hide the number where there's no number on that tuplet, and then I can hide the bracket as well. I'll click on the entire measure, switch to engrave mode, and then just like we did before, hide the stems. That's pretty close to what I want it to look like. I need to add some brackets of my own to show optional bells. So back to write mode. I'm going to use the lines tool at the right, but I'll select these 5 lowest bells. Those are optional. I'll come over here to the lines tool and select this bracket. I'll reposition it here in a minute. And then where the doubling starts, I'll select all of these and then click the bracket. I'll also use staff text Shift X to type optional. And then here, optional, but I'll say upper octave optional. Now I will reposition in engrave mode. This bracket, I actually want the placement to be below. And now I'll reposition it. And move the word optional. And same thing here. And that's almost it. I need to type in this information. In the 3-octave version, there are 30 bells. In the 4-octave version, there are 35 bells. And in the 5-octave version, there are 42 bells. Again, that'll be unique to your piece. So that's it. That's how you create your bells used chart. I went ahead and put this in the template where you could use brackets and parentheses. So I've done this in this arrangement. If you click on this note, but you can just toggle this bracket style on and you can make it rounded or squared, and that's a great way to show your optional bells. Included with my Handbell template is an additional file that includes a chimes used chart. You enter your notes into it in exactly the same way. The only difference is that you need to change the note heads to diamonds. To do that, you select all your notes, and then you right-click, go to Note Head, and down to Diamonds and Diamond Note Heads. And you've changed those note heads to diamonds for chimes. In this file that includes the chimes, it's designed that you would get either 1 or 2 systems of actual music on the first page with 4 systems per page after that. On the file that does not include the chimes, you'll get either 2 or 3 systems of music on the first page and then 4 on pages after that. I hope you'll check out my Handbell templates right now at notationtemplates.com. Thanks for watching.